Yeah, so path lights, woohoo, like something easy for once, right? Got these shipped to the house from Home Depot because they don't stock them, and they're the ones the wife likes the looks of. And then I got a transformer and 100 feet of 14.2 at Home Depot. So I thought about doing 12.2. I think with only 8 lights, it won't really be necessary. These are 3 watts each, so we won't even be pushing 30 watts to do that. There's probably math somewhere that tells it, you know, people always say bigger the better, right? But whatever. So clearly we're gonna have to assemble these some because they're supposed to be 16 inches tall. Maybe it's 16 inches with the stake. So yeah, let me get these, at least one of them out of the box, and look at them, kind of see how we're going to set things up. I put my snow markers out and they get blown over in the wind. But so we're going to do 3 over here, and then 1 just kind of along each step, and then 1 by the door. So 5 on this side, 3 on this side. And then I think if I run the wire up in here, if I clean this out, I think that channel, that'll be deep enough I can kind of sneak it in there without creating some kind of a trip hazard. Maybe I'll have to put some glue over it or something to kind of keep it down, but we'll see. Okay, so they do come in pieces. Yeah, I thread this on there, and this cord just hangs out the side once the stake's threaded onto the bottom. And it seems like this part's aluminum and then this part's steel. So hopefully this doesn't rust. If it does, we'll be sad. These are about 20 bucks each. I don't remember what this was, but transformer and this were less than 100. So you're looking at all of these plus the stuff to plug them in. You're 250, maybe 280, something like that, for 8. So I'm gonna get this one assembled to see how it turns out. Not a huge fan of that twisting the cord. I think what I'm going to do is twist it left, I don't know, 5 or 6 times, so it's twisted in the wrong direction. I'm sure it would be fine if I just left it, right? They designed it that way, but I'm a weirdo. So now when we tighten this up and twist it right, we're untwisting that cord as it goes in. There you go, so there's the whole thing. And then these quick connects, right, they go up and down, so your actual wire will go in, like if this was the thing. Let's see, yeah, so going vertically like that, and it pinches each side. Now people complain that these connectors break and they're, oh boo-hoo, now I can't hook my lights up. It's like, you can just cut the wires, dude, and hook it up, because they don't, from what I can tell, they don't have polarity, right? There's no markings for plus or minus, so that tells me that the light doesn't care which side is plus and which one's minus. I find that odd for DC, but it could be a thing. I'm not a huge fan of all these stickers hanging out, because now I gotta hide these, but I think what I'll do is hide them another day. I'll just get them hooked up now before it gets dark, so we can kind of see what these look like as the sun goes down. So I'll just stomp this one in right here by the velociraptors first. Yep. Clearly there's something hard there. There might be rocks under this for all I know. Oh. Just go until we find a spot, because we're not being super specific about where they go in. But yeah, I can feel rocks. I'm putting a lot of weight on that tab, and, you know, pretty hefty dude, but that's not all the way in. Like, I want that in further, so I think what I have to do is I'm going to have to get my shovel and backfill, find a spot, get past these rocks or whatever's underneath here. Let's try up here. That one went in nice. No rocks there. Seems pretty stout. Cool, so get the rest of them unpacked in place, figure out what to do about this area, because there's clearly rocks, like a lot of rocks underneath there. It's possible they had rocks for cover and then just kind of let it overgrow with this ground cover. We'll find out. If I have to, I could get my drill out. We've done that before for these. Just drill a hole in the frozen ground and shove them in. Maybe we'll try that. Cool. So their instructions actually have recommendations, right? So they're saying 0 to 60 watts. We're only going to be 24 watts. We have a 50 watt transformer, I think. 51 to 100 feet, 16 gauge. So our 14 gauge would do us well for an even longer run and up to 60 watts. And it'll actually do us, if we stay within 100 feet, we could do up to 120 watts on that 14 gauge. So we're good to go. Okay, all the lights are up. We're losing daylight. Get this transformer out. I want to lay the wire out flat first. It's not all goofy to deal with. It's going to go up by the front door. There's a power outlet up there, and we'll just leave a little bit of extra cord coiled up just in case we want to move it around some, because right now we're just going to kind of sit it on the side of the house and not mount it yet, so we don't know where it'll end up permanently. Okay, might be hard to see, but we're from past where we need to go up there, and it's a little kind of coily, right? It's got a little twist to it all the way down that annoys the snot out of me. So same thing I do at work. Start on that end, kind of pull it through both hands, flattening out as we go, and it'll kind of twist up. If it gets really bad, I'll get a picture of it, but usually you can just kind of flip it around a little bit. It's only 100 feet, so it shouldn't be too bad. Yeah, it did get a little wild on me, so I had to go down to the end and kind of work my way back in sections overlapping. So I've just got this little bit that's still twisted, and that'll twist its way just straight down the line. I don't know if this will... It's janky. I can't even watch at it myself. Well, not as much extra as I thought, so that's all that's left on this tail end. It's pretty loose, right? But it reaches everything, goes under a little channel on the sidewalk. Kind of real lazy getting near all the connectors, and we'll bury this in the future when it's light out. We just want to get it together now, see how they look. We need to strip the wires in this end so I can plug in the transformer. We need to click all these guys in, so let's see how they go. I wonder if I can do it one-handed to prove how easy it is. Probably not. I probably can't get it apart. There we go. So doesn't matter which side, just needs to go in here vertically. And it didn't say anything in the manual about polarity, and this cord's not marked. At least I don't think so. We'll double check it. Well, of course we'll double check it after we snap it together. So there you go. It's in there vertical. One blade on each side should penetrate the wire. I'm going to squeeze it. I've got a pretty good grip, but is that all the way? I'm going to use two hands. Okay. I was thinking you'd hear like a click when the tabs go in, but that's together and it's not coming apart. They do recommend you wrap it in electrical tape. I'm not sure why, because it's a really strange shape to try to waterproof, but we'll do that in the future too when we get the rest of these in before it gets dark. Okay, so here's a temporary spot in filming. Of course I can't get it open now. There's just two screws inside. Polarity doesn't matter. We'll get this thing on the wall eventually. It's got a bunch of different modes, including like it can keep up with sunset and sundown if you set it to your time zone, and it goes off of like the weather or something. Yeah, that'll work. We might reposition a little bit. Here it's nice and dark out. Kind of see how it looks. Hopefully the video is not too grainy, but we get coverage kind of the corners, a little bit of a dark spot, and we don't, I don't know, we kind of don't like this gap, right? So you can see the step. Then you have a flat spot to the step, and for me it's fine. For old people it might not be. We kind of want to add one right here in between these two. But hey, guess what? They're out of stock now. So, why, right? Because I like having this one here. She thinks it's overkill, but I like that it fills the space and it highlights this bit of the step on the side. So what she wants to do until we're back in stock is pull this one out and slap it over there in the middle. So we'll go ahead and do that real quick, and then we'll come, well, I'll bring my tape first so we can tape up the where it was pinched after we disconnect it. Yeah, that looks better. It's more even. Okay, neat.